Welcome back, geometry students. I hope you had a nice spring break. Today I will try to explain three problems: how to find area of a regular polygon. You already have one video recorded by Mr. Corbett, and so please watch it a few times, and I'm gonna try to explain three other problems so you have more confidence. Okay, so question number one. Find the area of each regular polygon around the answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so the formula for the area of a regular polygon, it's also on top of this paper. If you move this, it would be area equals 1/2 A times P. Okay, and let's take a minute and explain what do I mean by A and P. Okay, A is called apotem. If you look at the definition, A is called apotem. Look at the spelling, okay? And what is the apotem? Apotem is a segment from the center perpendicular to the opposite side. In other words, on this picture, AP is apotem. Did you notice that segment AP over here? It's perpendicular to the side. It's kind of like a height, okay? And it starts with the center. And P is the perimeter, which is just the perimeter of a regular polygon. It's very easy to find because all you do is multiply the side length times how many sides. So let's go to the problem again. So in question number one, maybe let's start in a different way. Let's first find perimeter, because perimeter it's easy. Perimeter would be, this is a pentagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it will be 5 times 10. So the perimeter would be just 50 units. So the perimeter is 50 units. The hard thing is, how do I find A? Okay, how do I find A? So A is this segment. It's the dotted line. Okay, and the question is, how do I find it? So let's look at this triangle again. Okay, this triangle looks like this. There's a right angle. Okay, if the entire side is 10, this has to be 5. Okay, and A is this. A is this segment. Okay, A is over here. So the question for you is, what is the measure of this central angle over here? What is the measure of this angle? Okay, think about this. You can divide this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles. Okay, so we have 5 triangles, and each central angle is the same. So the total here is 360. Okay, the total here is 360. So if it's 360, I can divide by 5 and find the measure of this angle. So the measure of this angle will be 360 divided by 5, okay? And if you do 360 divided by 5, you will get, I think it's 72. 360 divided by 5 is 72. So this angle over here is 72. But you have to be careful. The big angle here is 72. Okay, this is half of it. So 72 divided by 2 is 36. So what I have right now is this. I have this right triangle. Okay, A, 5 units, and 36. Okay, so now the question for you is, how do I, this is 36 degrees, my handwriting is not that good. So the question is, how do I find A? think about this. Is it sine, cosine, or tangent? So this will be tangent function because I'm looking for adjacent and I have opposite. So right, tan of A, so tan of 36 is equal to 5 over A. Let me do it again. Tan of 36 degrees equals 5 over A. Okay, if you cross multiply and solve for A, so if you put it over 1, it will be 5 times 1 equals A tangent 36. If you finish this, you will get A is equal to 5 over tan 36. Okay, and if you want to evaluate this on the calculator, 5 divided by tan 36, okay, you will get about 6.9. So A is equal to 6.9 units. So your apatem is 6.9 units. The perimeter was 50. Okay, so the formula for area of a regular polygon was 1/2 times AP. Okay, so if you substitute, you will get area is equal to 1/2 times 6.9 times 50. Okay, and half of 50 is 25. 25 times 6.9, you will get 172. 172.5 square units. Okay, and in this case, it will be square inches. Okay, so it's kind of messy. I apologize. You know, my handwriting, it's very hard to write. But let me do question number 2 slowly, and hopefully number 3 I have to do this in 15 minutes so that I can put it on YouTube. Next question, question number 2. In question number 2, the formula is the same. Area is equal to 1/2 AP. But this question is a little bit different. In this case, I gave you apatem, which is 5 radical 3. Okay, and this is a regular hexagon. So A, I already know, is 5 radical 3. So this is your A. A is equal to 5 radical 3. Now the question is, how long is this segment? Because I need to know the length of the red segment in order to find the perimeter. If the red segment is 10, the perimeter of this regular hexagon will be 60. 5 times 6. Okay? I'm sorry, 10 times 6. So, let's redraw this triangle over here. The triangle over here looks like this. Right angle, 5 radical 3. Okay, I'm gonna call this X. Okay, another question is, how big is this angle theta over here? Because if I know this angle, I'm again going to use either sine, cosine, or tangent. Any ideas how big is this angle? (360 degrees in a circle). Okay, you can divide this into 6 equal triangles. So each triangle, this angle would be 360 divided by 6. Okay, so if you do 360 divided by 6, the answer is 60. So 360 divided by 6, this angle is 60 degrees. So each central angle is 60 degrees, but please recall that this triangle over here on the right side, this is half of 60, so this angle is 30. Okay, so look at this triangle. Okay, I have a 30-degree triangle, okay, 5 radical 3 and x, and this triangle is a special triangle. You can always think about converting, but I'm gonna just do this: sine, cosine, or tangent. I'm gonna do tangent of 30 is equal to x over 5 radical 3, because a tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, tangent of 30, you should technically know this without using a calculator. Okay, and but you can put this over 1. So the easy way to find this answer, if you cross multiply, x would be 5 radical 3 times tangent 30. So x equals 5 radical 3 times tangent of 30 degrees. So in the calculator, if you type 5 radical 3 times tangent 30, my calculator gives me 5. So x equals 5. Okay, and we knew this even without doing this because we could use trig functions. Okay, the relationship was x, 2 radical 3x, and this would be twice as long as the shortest side. So this side is 5. Okay, so in other words, this is 5. But if you go to the triangle, okay, A is technically, look, this is 5. Therefore, this is 10. Okay, so each side, each length is 10 units. Okay, so now what I can do is find the perimeter. So the perimeter would be 6 times 10, which is 60. So the area would be 1/2 times A, which is 5 radical 3, times 60. Okay, and if you do your calculations, this is 5 radical 3. Let me do it again. The area equals 1/2 times 5 radical 3 times 60. Okay, and if you put this in a calculator, you will get 60. Half of 60 is 30. 30 times 5 is 150, so that will be 150 radical 3 square units. If you put this in a calculator, 150 radical 3, okay, you'll get about 259.8. 259.8 square units, and the units in this case, I believe, were centimeters. Okay, I got about 1 minute to do last question because I have to finish before 15 minutes. The last question is actually a little bit easier because I gave you apotem, which is 7.5. So A equals 7.5. The length of the side is 10.9, so the perimeter will be 5 times 10.9, okay, which is 54.5. So the area of this pentagon would be 1/2 times 7.5 times 54.5. Okay, and if you do it, the final answer would be 204.4 square meters. I know this is very messy. I hope this helps. Okay, and try to do this, and obviously I'll have to post some answer key for the homework. Okay, thank you very much, and see you Tuesday for the Google Meet.